That is so crazy. Is there anything the US can do to incentivize other countries to decrease pollution? I think we should get our shit together, but also China and India combined make 30% of our climate change issues. Jumped in my 5.0. Yes, you're right. Have you ever looked at like who the mass consumers are, like at all? Bro, the cruise liner industry, okay? The cruise liner industry emits as much carbon pollution as the entirety of commercial and regular car travel inside of the entire European continent. You are fucking out of your dang mind. Yeah, India emits 1/8 as much as USA per person. An American's fridge. No, that cruise liner thing isn't correct. It's SO2 and it's an old stat. Okay. An American's fridge or like a crypto miner is causing more pollution than like entire countries, and you're over here being like why is nobody thinking about China? In terms of per capita carbon emissions, we are fucking putting up numbers, dude. I saw a TikTok about climate change that bummed me out so bad. The weather we're experiencing right now is likely because of the pollution from the 90s and early 2000s, and any changes we make right now won't be felt for the next 30 years. Strap in, chat. Yeah, and a big chunk of the pollution from India and China is because the West outsources their emissions to the third world, and even then, their per capita emissions are nothing in comparison to the average American. Like, look at this. Per capita consumption-based CO2 emissions in 2021. The United States, by and large, is the top, alongside Saudi Arabia and Oman. Damn, okay, Mongolia. Popping off. I'm asking so they could also hold us accountable to decrease our shit? Yeah, dude. That's never going to happen, okay?
Second most important city. Beautiful buildings, beautiful streets, a gorgeous city. When I see cities like this, I think also about the other side of it. You know, there's a phrase from Walter Benjamin, every monument of civilization is also a monument of barbarism. I think of the famines in Bengal, the jute workers in Bengal sending jute to Dundee through the Glasgow port. I think of human beings from Africa enslaved and brought from Ghana to the New World, and all those prophets getting sucked into cities like London and Glasgow. You know, between 1765 and 1938, the British Isles stole $45 trillion pounds from India, 45 trillion sterling from India. We never got paid for that. When the British left India, when we threw the British out, our literacy rate was 13%. So much for several hundred years of so-called civilization. Meanwhile, our landscapes were destroyed. You know, coal was foisted on India. You foisted coal on us. You were the ones that came and made us coal dependent. And then you left, and now you dare to condescend to us. When I listened to Boris...
Oh, this is another one. The U.S. military emits more CO2 than many industrialized nations. An infographic from 2022. That's the other side of the equation. Here's the United States military emitting more CO2 than many nations. This is from 2017. The U.S. military emits more CO2 than the entire country of Morocco, Peru, Sweden, Hungary, Finland, New Zealand, Norway, Switzerland. It's laughable when motherfuckers chirp about like paper straws or try to universalize the blame. The problem with all the but India, China stuff, it's always used as a way to excuse lack of action, and it's effective in that way, but that's why previous agreements failed and the Paris Accords hasn't yet, because it's more open to allowing countries to build their own pathways. Pathways will obviously be different between developed and undeveloped world. Yeah, also China is taking the initiative in terms of changing, in terms of at least like creating sustainable methods of building a solid renewable energy infrastructure. So I don't even know why the fuck people are just like, oh, dude, well, what about the Chinese?
In just a few years, China has built this world-class fusion.
The other issue with like China actually fucking being leaps ahead in terms of like building the infrastructure and also the manufacturing capabilities for renewable energy is that this causes us, because they're our great enemy, okay? This causes us in the United States to be more over-reliant on destroying the fucking planet. Every time China has like secured a new contract with rare earth minerals, like a country that has natural resources that are desperately needed to build batteries or whatever the fuck for renewable energy, America dives 10 feet deeper into the fucking oil fields. We're like, oh, well, you fuck China. I'll show them. Like, it almost feels like our goal is to just destroy the planet before we build a reliable means of surviving on it. Fuck it. We're going to frack harder every time they try to fucking build new battery tech.
Research campus from scratch, while the US still lacks anything like it. It's a sign of China's growing investment in nuclear fusion, what many scientists consider the holy grail of clean energy.
If American companies don't lead on this, then the jobs, the wealth won't develop here, they'll develop in China.
God damn, dude. Holy shit.